Blue cards and sin bins. How football is changing. Football is a dynamic sport that evolves over time. New rules, technologies, and innovations are constantly introduced to improve the game and make it more fair and exciting. One of the latest proposals that could change football is the introduction of blue cards and sin bins. What is a blue card in football? A blue card is a new type of penalty that would be given for dissent and cynical fouls. Dissent means showing disrespect or arguing with the referee, while cynical fouls mean deliberately stopping a promising attack by the opponent. Examples of cynical fouls include pulling a shirt, tripping a player, or handballing a pass. If a player receives a blue card, they would have to leave the field for 10 minutes and sit in a designated area called the sin bin. Their team would have to play with one player less until the sin bin period is over or a goal is scored against them. A player who gets 2 blue cards or 1 blue and 1 yellow card in the same match would be sent off with a red card. When will the blue card be introduced in football? The blue card is not yet an official rule, but a proposed trial that could be implemented in some competitions in the near future. The International Football Association Board, IFAB, the body that governs the laws of the game, has granted permission for extended sin bin trials in senior levels of the game at its annual meeting in March 2024. The Football Association, FA, of England is reportedly considering volunteering the men's and women's FA Cups for testing the blue card next season. However, the blue card will not be used in the Premier League or the Euro 2024, as FIFA and UEFA have expressed opposition to the idea. Why are blue cards being introduced in football? The main reason behind the blue card is to protect the referees and to discourage dissent and referee abuse. According to the Professional Game Match Officials Limited, PGMOL, the English refereeing body, bookings for dissent have risen by 88% across all levels of English men's and women's football in 2023 to 24. This shows that players and managers are becoming more aggressive and disrespectful towards the officials, which harms the image and the spirit of the game. The blue card is supposed to be a middle ground between a yellow and a red card, designed to eventually stamp out abuse of match officials at all levels. In theory, it should work as a deterrent, as players would not want to risk leaving their team at a disadvantage for 10 minutes or more. The blue card should also reduce the number of cynical fouls, which are often seen as unsporting and frustrating by the fans and the players. What sports already use a blue card? The blue card is not a new concept in the sporting world, as it has been used in other sports such as futsal, hockey, and rugby. Futsal, a variant of football played on a smaller court with 5 players per side, introduced the blue card in 1997. A player who gets a blue card in futsal has to leave the pitch for 2 minutes or until the opposing team scores a goal. Hockey, a sport played on grass or turf with sticks and a ball, also uses the blue card as a temporary suspension. A player who gets a blue card in hockey has to leave the field for 5 minutes. Rugby, a sport played on a large field with an oval ball and 15 players per side, uses the yellow card as a sin bin penalty. A player who gets a yellow card in rugby has to leave the field for 10 minutes. Which players would have received blue cards in the past? If the blue card was already in use, some famous incidents in football history could have had a different outcome. For instance, Giorgio Chiellini's shirt pull on Bukayo Saka in the Euro 2020 final at Wembley was used as an example of a cynical foul that would warrant a blue card by the IFAB. Chiellini only received a yellow card for his foul, and Italy went on to win the trophy on penalties. Another example is Sergio Ramos' tackle on Mohamed Salah in the 2018 Champions League final in Kiev. Ramos brought down Salah by locking his arm, causing the Egyptian star to injure his shoulder and leave the pitch in tears. Ramos only received a yellow card for his foul, and Real Madrid went on to win the title 3-1. If Ramos had received a blue card, Liverpool could have had a better chance of scoring against a 10-man Madrid. Conclusion: the blue card and the sin bin are potential innovations that could change the way football is played and officiated. They aim to reduce dissent and cynical fouls, and to protect the referees and the integrity of the game. However, they are not yet widely accepted or implemented, and they may face resistance from some stakeholders and fans. Only time will tell if the blue card and the sin bin will become a permanent part of football or a forgotten experiment.